I was never the kind of student who cheated. In fact, I was proud of always doing things the right way. I believed in hard work, late-night study sessions, and earning my grades honestly. But everything changed in my final year of high school. The pressure to get into a good university, meet my parents' expectations, and keep up with my classmates became overwhelming. I started to feel like no matter how hard I tried, it just wasn't enough. That's when the idea first crossed my mind. What if I cheated just once? It happened during my midterm exams. I hadn't prepared well for my math test, and I knew I was going to fail. The night before the exam, my friend casually mentioned that he had written some formulas on a tiny piece of paper he planned to use. He offered to make one for me too. At first, I refused, but later that night, anxiety took over. I texted him back and said yes. The next day, my hands were shaking as I walked into the exam room with the cheat sheet hidden in my sleeve. I used it during the exam, just a few glances to check the formulas I had forgotten. It felt wrong, but at the same time, it felt like a relief. When the results came out, I had scored better than I ever had in math. My parents were proud, my teachers praised me, and my friends asked how I had improved so much. I smiled and lied, telling them I had studied harder. Inside, though, I felt sick with guilt. That one small cheat turned into a habit. I started finding ways to get through other tests the same way. It became easier each time, and I convinced myself that everyone did it. I stopped studying as much and started depending on shortcuts. My grades stayed high, but I felt like I was becoming someone I didn't recognize. I had always been honest, but now I was lying to everyone, including myself. Everything changed when I was caught. During our final chemistry exam, the invigilator noticed something strange about my behavior and asked to check my desk. She found a folded piece of paper with notes. I remember the silence in the room, the way everyone stared, and the burning shame I felt. I was taken to the principal's office, and my parents were called. I had never seen my mother cry like that. It broke me. I was suspended for a week and nearly disqualified from the final exams. The university I had dreamed of going to rejected my application after learning about the incident. It felt like my whole future had collapsed. But in the middle of all that pain, something changed in me. For the first time, I truly understood the cost of my actions. Cheating hadn't helped me. It had destroyed the trust others had in me, and more importantly, the trust I had in myself. During that suspension, I promised myself I would never take a dishonest shortcut again. I started studying seriously and sought help from teachers. I opened up about my struggles instead of hiding them. Slowly, I rebuilt my academic record, but more importantly, I rebuilt my character. When I finally graduated, I knew I had earned it. Not just the grades, but the self-respect that comes from facing your mistakes and growing from them. Trying something new, cheating, changed my life. Not in the way I had hoped, but in a way I needed. It taught me that there are no real shortcuts in life. The easy way out always comes with a price. I learned that true success is not just about high scores, but about honesty, resilience, and doing what's right, even when it's hard. That lesson will stay with me forever.